Ooh. Hello, 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 hello. We're getting everything ready for tonight's show in about 9 minutes. So, hello, everybody. Let me know where you're tuned in. I see folks dropping in. Let's see here. Got to have everything set up. Hey, we've got a lot of folks tuned in. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody's not watching the Masters. Or you're doing both. Hey, we've got a lot of people dropping in. Hey, hey, hey. This is awesome. Love to see it. Dang, the numbers keep going up. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Let everybody know you're tuned in. We're going to have a good show tonight. Oh my gosh, the numbers just keep going up. This is great. We're going to have fun tonight. I got some topics. I have some topics, but I'm going to need some calls. Are we live on Instagram? Hello? Somebody put a comment on Instagram so I can see. I see that we have a lot of people on the other places like Facebook and YouTube. Drop some comments. Let me know that you're out there. I see the numbers. I see a lot of folks tuned in, but I don't see comments. I always get worried when I can't see comments. Let's see here. What do we got? How do you see? Am I following Be Our Guest Pod? I hope. I should be. Search. Oh, wait, I'm not even sure if I'm on Be Our. Oh, I see Dig Dag over on Instagram. Okay, that's good. Am I live on my? Hey, we got a lot of folks tuned in. Hey, am I live on my account or the Be Our Guest Pod account? Let me look. I don't even know. Be Our Guest Pod. How do I see that account? I'm so bad at Instagram. I think I'm on my account. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, Fulton, what's the big news? Drop it in the pre-show. Oh, we have a tie. We have a tie. Let's go over here to X and see what this looks like. This Week in Tech is live on the air, and so is the Be Our Guest podcast with 48 people watching on X. That's pretty good. Live on the air, and so is the Be Our Guest podcast. Hey, there we are. 48 people watching on X. That's pretty good. I like that. Huh. All right. So we're going to get the show started right at the top of the hour. So we got about 5 minutes. Hey, Michael Bolger over in, I believe, the UK. Shout out. Staying up late. Let's see here. Fulton says Colts and Allegiant being selected as one of our Hall of Fame winners. Nice. All right, we got about 3 weeks left with our phone number we've been using for over 10 years. I'm sad. We're going to lose our phone number. I wasn't looking. I know. I looked up and he had a one-shot lead, and then I see they're walking off tied. I see the look on his face now. Ooh, that's me after every green. I haven't played golf in forever since I played with Scott a couple of years ago down at we played the Magnolia. No, we played the Palm at Disney at World. Yeah, that Rose guy's like, let's go. I get to play a playoff. I'm not even a golf guy, but it's like dramatic to watch. Is that guy wearing Hokas? That caddy looks like he's in Hokas. I just like it when one of these dudes puts one in the drink every once in a while. It's like, you know, it's kind of like us. Ooh, I should probably do this. Let's see. Woo. This little can is flatter than a pancake. It's gross. Can't wait to do the podcast. Scott is not going to be here tonight because he is going to a concert. Let's see if he's there yet. Man, he had a 5-stroke lead. Joke. I can't say anything. There's no way I could do that. Put on my do not disturb. I can't wait to do the show tonight. We're going to have a good time. Once get your calls. Once get the introduction done. Hey, Julie. Oh, my gosh. Hey. Julie, what's going on? When I see that your last name gets me tricked out, though, because Norfleet's my favorite football player, right? So let's go. Tight end Mizzou. That's awesome. M-I-Z. Does anybody know? Hey, let's see, Abby. I wish I knew when world packages and land packages would open up for 2026. That's kind of what I do for a living. They don't tell us until they tell you about a day before, and then your world gets upended when you do this for a full time, you know. So yeah, I wish they'd give us a heads up too, but I'd tell you if I knew, but I don't, and I'm not lying. Hope it's as beautiful down in Nashville as it is in St. Louis today. God, 80, I think it's like 83 right now and sunny. Finally. It's gorgeous. It's going to be cold again. Not cold again tomorrow, but like in the 60s. But man, it's nice right now. I so want to do this show on the deck somehow. Where are you headed to in December, Julie? Call and talk about it tonight. That'd be fun. Little mini can. I'm drinking these old flat ones that were in the back of the fridge. They're so flat. They're so gross. There it was. That's Mike. Boom. Right in the water. Right in the drink. Oh, the Riv. Fancy. Got to go to Primo Piatto and get that Madame Croque. I think it's so good. All right, let's do a podcast. Let me mute the TV, and I will not be distracted during the playoff. I'm not even a golf fan, really. I finally figured out why people get so stressed about this because they bet on it. I don't gamble on sports, so I get stressed about my baseball and my football teams like nobody's business, but I never gamble. And if I did, I'd probably end up in the hospital because I get stressed enough with no money riding on anything. Hey, everybody wish Margie a happy birthday. Where is that? Happy birthday to Margie. They're pretty excited about that there, I'll tell you. Especially those screamers in the back. All right, let's do a podcast. Let's see here. What do we got? Oh, hey, now we got some folks over on Instagram. Natalie, Kim, Jem Warren, and Jen Rose. Hey, thanks for coming over. All right, let's do a podcast. Here we go. Podcast number 2 for the day. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the BOGP Open Line for Sunday night. April 13th, 2025. I'm your host, Mike Rawlin from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Sunday night to you. Happy Masters weekend. We're going to talk about that here in just a minute, but hope you're having a great weekend. It has been a beautiful one here in mid-America. 83 and sunny outside the podcast studio window right now. I know if I could figure out a way, I would be doing this show on our deck, but too much stuff to move. So I'm here in the studios. It's fine. I'll just look out the windows. But hope you're having a great weekend wherever this show finds you. And if you're catching the replay on Thursday, hey, we've made it to another weekend almost. Hang in there. So hopefully you're having a great weekend, and we are going to have a great time over the next hour talking Disney. Phone lines are open, 407-413-9395, 407-413-9395. Now that phone number, it's going to be gone in a couple of weeks. We got till May 5th, and then we're going to have a new phone number. So use it. And I'm going to be sad. We've been using that phone number for over a decade, and it's kind of a novelty number. It's 407-413-WDW5. I know I paid extra, so it had WDW in it. I had to find what is WDW? It's 939. And a lot of the numbers that Walt Disney World uses are 939 numbers too. So our new number doesn't have that. You're just going to have to nobody knows, because back in the day, our show is so old. People still looked at the letters on the numbers. That's when we started our show in 2008. I don't think anybody cares about that anymore with cell phones. So our new number, which will be 407-584-7173, just who cares about the letters, right? We'll just give that out, and we'll do that moving forward in May. But right now, 407-413-9395. I'm going to bring a couple of things to talk about to the table. Scott's not here tonight for the best reason possible, though. Let me tell you, Scott is doing dad duty tonight. You might think, oh, Mike, Scott's not here because it's Masters weekend, and currently, as we're recording, there's a playoff going on right now. They're going into, this 3-hole playoff, I believe it is, down at the Masters. That's why he's not here. That's why he wouldn't be here if he didn't have something already on the schedule. That's why he probably would not be here anyway. But he does have something that he's already had on the schedule, and he is taking care of. He is going to his final jazz concert for his daughter, Emily, who's a senior in high school, getting ready to go off to college. And so, I feel for the guy, because Emily's a senior. My daughter, Mallory, is a junior. So he's going through all these last things in high school this year that I know I have to go through next year, and it's going to be rough. And so I know that he's enjoying the heck out of it, and I'm so proud of him, but it has to be hard doing all these last milestones, but also very proud. He is a proud papa. Elizabeth's proud mama. So I'm excited for him. Also, I want to send a shout out to Emily. She's getting accepted into all these great universities. She hasn't made her final selection yet for where she's going to go to school, but getting these offers like the University of Michigan and so forth. And she's just a wonderful young lady. I've got to know her since she was a little girl. And, Mallory and Emily have been friends forever. And just to see the success that a lot of the kids that have come up through our podcast have had over the years, just couldn't be more proud. But Emily, shout out to you. You're killing it, in whatever school you pick is going to be so lucky to have you. And Elizabeth and Scott have raised her right. So just super proud of her. And I'm sure she's killing it tonight at the concert. Scott and Elizabeth are as proud as I'll get out. They're having a great time right now. So that's where Scott is. Couldn't be more excited for him. And Scott's going to be on the shows this week. By the way, we're recording this week on Tuesday instead of Monday, because I will be at a cheer banquet on Monday night for Mallory. So we're going to record Tuesday night instead of Monday night if you tune in live. So if we're not there Monday night, nothing happened. We're just pushing it off one night till Tuesday. All right. So tonight, a couple of topics I wanted to bring to the table, because I can't talk for an hour. So I'm going to need your calls. I'm going to have some feedback. You can call them with a mini trip report. If you've been to a Disney destination on a cruise, world, land, we could talk about that here. But two things I wanted to ask you about. One is regarding Friday's podcast. We talked about the Masters, the golf tournament that's going on right now, wrapping up down at Augusta National in Georgia. And one of the traditions that they have is that the defending champion on Tuesday, the week that the tournament starts, hosts a dinner where all the returning champions that are still alive come back. They're invited back. They have a big dinner, celebratory dinner. but the defending champion sets the menu. Whatever they want is what is served. They had 3 appetizers, a first course, an entree, and a dessert. And so what we did this past week, if you heard the show on Friday already, we went around, Pam, Ricky, Scott, and myself. We went to the Walt Disney World restaurants and picked our favorite appetizers, our first course, our main entrees, and our desserts. And just had some fun with it to kind of explore the restaurants and the menus and the favorite items at the restaurants. And I thought I'd love to hear what you would pick. You know, what are your favorite appetizers? Like if you got to make a champion's menu, what would, you don't have to go with 3 appetizers, a first course, an entree, or dessert, but you could do the whole thing. I'd love it if you did. But what did you think of our choices? And what would you include? Like, what did we miss? Like, what great dessert did we miss? Max is saying about the Mickey bar. So what would your champions dinner entail? Okay, so that's one thing. And the second thing I wanted to bring up, again, kind of go along with that Masters theme that's happening with the golf tournament. So I've been watching, I'm not a big golf fan, but I've been just like, it's a thing to watch over this weekend, right? Because it's like you hear the birds chirping and it's just a beautiful course and there's kind of drama around all of it. And it all amps up all this pressure over the last, like, you know, Sunday, there's all kinds of pressure on these guys that are at the top of the leaderboard. And they just keep talking about pressure. And I've played golf, right? I mean, there's just pressure when people watch you tee off because I'm not a good golfer. Like I can hit the ball super hard, but God knows where it's going. I mean, I've played golf with Scott. He's hit a villa at Old Key West. I've hit a villa at Old Key West. We played at, we played at Lake Buena Vista course. That sucker goes everywhere over by French Quarter, Sassagoula River, Saratoga Springs. I mean, that ball could hit anything. I mean, I could hit the balloon at downtown at Disney Springs. I spray. Like, I mean, I was a baseball player. I can hit it pretty far. Don't know where it's going. Super dangerous. When you watch the 18th hole at Augusta, how I would kill somebody if I teed off there ever. It'd be a felony. Anyway, so they talk about pressure. And I was thinking about a Walt Disney World vacation or a Disney trip. Have you ever had a time like what, and you not have you ever, because you have, what is a time or two on a Disney vacation where you have really, really like been under pressure for a reason or two? Now I'll give you a couple of examples to kind of get the ball rolling. And then I want to open up the phone lines and have the discussion with you guys. One is, now this was when I was one of my very first trips to Walt Disney World with Pam and Paige. This was before Mallory was born. This was before I was even married to Pam. We just went down one of our very first trips. We were on the Disney dining plan. This is before free dining too. This was well before that. We bought the Disney dining plan. I don't even know. Like we were staying at like All Star Music or something. And we were having a good old time. So I didn't know what was going on. Obviously I didn't have the podcast back then. This was before podcasts. This was the time where, you know, if you wanted to get tips, you went and got the Birnbaum's guide from the library. And that's how you got your tips. Well, so we had purchased the Disney dining plan, right? And we were having a great time. We were there for a week. I was a teacher at the time. Pam was a teacher. So we had time. So we stayed for a week and we had our reservations, our ADRs. Actually, back then they weren't called ADRs. They were called priority seatings, like PSs, I think, or they're called priority seatings. So anyway, we had those. And so I had made it so that I made the reservation so that the last reservation we had on our last day was to eat at Cinderella's Royal Table the day we were driving back to St. Louis. Because remember, back in the day, I didn't fly. I was too scared to fly. So the last day we were like doing it up. Finally, we're going to get to go inside the castle and eat. And we're going to use our last dining credits. We'd saved them. 2 credits, I think. I think it was still 2 credits back then. Anyway, we go to the gates the last day to go into the Magic Kingdom, and we had no tickets left. We had used up our ticket allotment back then. So we could not get into the Magic Kingdom. We still had enough credits on our dining plan. We didn't have enough tickets left. So here we are. I'm like, oh my gosh. I had told Paige, now at this time, Paige was like 5 or 6 and she's all dressed up like it was like a Disney, something we bought at the Disney store at the mall back at home. We didn't have a lot of money. So we had gone to the Disney store at the mall and gotten like a, on sale Cinderella dress. It wasn't, I don't think Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique was around back then, but it was just, something we got at the mall. She had her, thing on. We're taking her to Cinderella's castle. We built this up all week. I'd be like, we're going to eat there, like on Thursday, all week. I was like, every time we saw the castle, yeah, we're eating in there in 5 days, 4 days, 3 days, building it up. And then we get to the front of the Magic Kingdom and go up there back, no magic bands back then, but give them the room keys. Can't get in. I'm like, oh my God, you got to be kidding. We can't get in. So then I start panicking and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm sweating because, it's all on me because I'm the Disney fan. And then I was thinking, oh my gosh, we got to buy 1-day tickets to go have this meal. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, a 1-day ticket is so expensive for 3 people to go have dinner because we came in kind of late. Well, what happened was, and you guys probably know this because you're uber Disney fans, we just had to add a day to our tickets at that point. And it was like adding a 9th day. So it was like $3 or $4 a person back in, I don't know, 2000. I don't even know what year it was. It was a forever ago, but it was like $7 or $8 or $3 or $4 a person to add that day to our ticket. And then we went in and we had our best ever meal, but it was like such pressure, dude. My heart was pounding out of my chest. Like, oh my gosh, this is how the trip's going to end. I had never been so stressed on a Walt Disney World vacation. So that's one time, dude, the pressure was on. I didn't know what to do. I was kind of like, and then finally, like somebody told me like, look, you can just add a day to your tickets. And how many days do you have? And I'm like, we've been here for 8 days. Oh, that 9th day costs like $4. I was like, oh, okay, let's do this. And then it was fine. A second situation where I was really super nervous was before my first marathon, the first full marathon. This was in 2016, I think. No, 2015. I ran the marathon standalone. I didn't do Dopey, my first marathon. I just did the marathon. And I'll tell you, when you've never run 26.2 miles before in an environment like Walt Disney World, it was super stressful. I mean, I was palm sweating in those corrals, even though it was freezing. My heart was beating weird, because you have to wait so long and your mind plays games with you. Even though I played all kinds of athletics, sports. I played baseball. I played football. I played basketball. I'd speed skated at very high levels in my career throughout the years. But there's something about a marathon. It's kind of like a human endeavor. I think everybody should try to tackle it once in their life, just to get there. And the thing was, throughout my life, when it came to running, I was always the slowest person as far as running on every sport I've been on. My baseball team, always the slowest runner. Basketball team, always the slowest runner. Football, always one of the slowest runners. I was always like a tight end or a backup quarterback or something like that. But I was never fast. And so, I wasn't going out there to win anything. I wasn't going to like try to place or anything, but to know the scope and the size of Walt Disney World Resort, because I was a fan. I know how big Walt Disney World is. I know how far it is from Animal Kingdom to Magic Kingdom to Epcot to the studios and so forth and to Blizzard Beach. I just know how far it is to go on a bus or in a car, and to know that I have to, in the next 5 or 6 hours, cover all that ground. It was a mind game. And standing there, I was like, but then the thing is about it, once the race starts and you actually get moving and your blood starts pumping and your brain starts kind of being able to let the anxiety out, you settle in. And so the thing is, and I think that's what these people are experiencing with the Masters today that are under stressful situations, is we all get stressed on our Disney vacations. But if you settle in and kind of see that almost everybody on a Disney vacation gets super stressed out, everybody pulls through. And so I made it to that finish line. I had a good meal at Cinderella's Royal Table, and I live to have good stories about it. So that's one of the other things I want to talk about today. What was your most stressful situation you've been in on a Disney vacation, and how did it turn out? Hopefully for the best. All right. You just heard it first call of the night because I forgot to hit the mute button on the phone lines, but hey, who's joining us? What's up?
Hi, Mike. This is Eleanor from New York.
Hey, sorry, from New York. I didn't hear her first name. What is it?
Eleanor.
Elma. Hey, thank you for calling in. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good.
Good. So what would you like to talk about tonight?
I'm 10 years old, And you booked our Disneyland trip in August and our cruise in April.
Yes. Well, thank you for that. So have you've already gone on it, or you're getting ready to go? Let me know.
We're getting ready to go.
Okay. So let's talk about that. So what are you looking forward to the most, the cruise or Disneyland?
Both of them.
The good. Okay. So what ship are you sailing on? Let's talk about that first.
We're sailing on the Destiny.
Oh my gosh, you guys are going on the brand new ship. Nobody's been on that one. They'll smell like a brand new car.
I have a question.
Yes. I hope I have an answer.
What's the first thing I should do in Disneyland when we go?
So have you ever been to Disneyland? No or yay?
No.
Okay. So, oh my gosh, Disneyland has so much fun stuff. Okay, here's the thing I would do. Just go.
It's for my mom's birthday.
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, you got to get your mom a button that says happy birthday at some point, like right away, but not first thing. Cause first thing you got to do this, but sometime that day, the first day you got to do this, but here's what you got to do. First thing, you got to go to Disneyland first, not California Adventure, but Disneyland, like the original park, and just go straight to Fantasyland and and here's the thing. You got to go right through the castle. If you don't go through the castle, I'm going to find you and say what happened, because that's how it is. You have to go through the castle. That's the cool way. And then Fantasyland is so cool because then you can do Pinocchio, you can do Snow White, you can do Peter Pan, you can do Mr. Toad, you can ride these storybook canal boats, which are a lot of fun. Alice in Wonderland is a great ride back there. Oh my gosh, it's amazing back there. Then you can do all the really, thrill rides, but Fantasyland, I think, is where you start.
I have one more question.
Sure, absolutely.
If you could create your own lounge or restaurant on a Disney Cruise Line ship, what would you pick and what would they serve?
Oh my gosh, I haven't thought about that. So I'm a pretty simple guy. So I've always said, and they're starting to do this on the cruise ships. They're going to do this on the Disney Fantasy soon. They're starting to add more Mexican food with like chips and guac and tacos and stuff like that. But I've always said that there should be like 24/7, like all night. Like if you get up at 3:00 in the morning and you have a hankering for some chips and dip and some guacamole, you should be able to go get chips and dip and guacamole on a cruise. That's what I would have. And, in a little lounge like that kind of looks like, see, I'm super old, so I like this old show that was called The Love Boat, and it had a place called the Pirates Cove, and it was kind of piratey looking. I'd kind of make it look like that. But what about you? If you had like a little club, what would you make it look like?
I would make it themed to Alice in Wonderland. It would be a restaurant, and they would have teacups spinning on the tables.
See, you're so much better at this than you're a future Imagineer. You're better at this than I am by a long shot. Disney should hire you. Absolutely. That would be a hit out of the first thing. That's amazing. I can't believe they haven't done that. That should be on the next ship. Totally. You're smart. That's great. So what are you doing to get ready for your trips? You guys watching videos? You guys doing a countdown or anything like that?
Videos.
Watching videos. That's fun. I like that.
We watch the documentaries.
Nice. That's a good idea. So do you guys do like a countdown at your house or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many days do you have until your first trip?
I think, we're leaving on August 22nd.
So that's about 90.
A little bit more than 100.
100. Okay. Let's try and do the math real quick. The only way I know is because on this thing behind me right here on the screen, it has the countdown to my next trip. Every once in a while I catch it during the show. I look over my shoulder and it does a countdown every once in a while for the podcast cruise. And I saw that it was in the 80s the other day. I'm like, I can't wait. We're going on the Magic. So, but you guys get to go on the new ship. That'll be so fun. So Mom, what are you looking forward to the most on the cruise?
So this will be Eleanor's first Disney cruise.
Oh, so much fun.
And she has never done Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. So we're hoping Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique will be on the Destiny so that she can have a fun little magical fairy godmother spa day.
I can't imagine.
It too.
Yeah, I can't imagine that it wouldn't be. And that would be fun. I bet you they'll is it I haven't looked that closely. Is it not announced that it's going to be on there? I would think it would be.
I don't know. We haven't looked too much into what's going to be on it because we don't like to plan a lot. We kind of like to be surprised.
Same. That's how I am. I know. I'm the same way. Like, and I've been talking to people because now, like guests that are going on the Treasure, and now that they had that TV special that's on Disney Plus, that was on National Geographic Channel for the first night. I've been asking folks that like they're making final payments for the Treasure, and I'm like, in the email when I make their payment, I'll say, so did you watch that thing on Disney Plus about the Treasure? And about 50% of the people did, and 50% are like, no, I don't want to know. And I respect that because I remember when new stuff comes out and I don't get to go on it right away. I try to avoid spoilers. Now I will say, like, if you're somebody that wants to go to Epic Universe, good luck. You better get off the internet like the last couple of weeks because it's like dodging everything. But yeah, I respect that. I mean, it's hard to avoid everything, but you want to be surprised. That's kind of the fun of it. You don't get to get that first experience once.
So we thought her question about the Disney Cruise Line could be a theme for a future show when you have all of your friends on. If you could do a BOGP cruise themed ship, what each of you would choose for a lounge or a play area or a restaurant.
I like that idea. I need ideas too.
We want to
God help
everybody.
us. I love that idea. I'm going to write that down because we need ideas. I'm always like on the treadmill on Monday mornings, like, what are we going to do this week? I need ideas. Somebody hit me with an idea. So that helps a lot. That's what I'm always doing on my Monday morning runs. No, that's a great idea. I love it. I love it. So where are you guys staying when you go to Disneyland?
You remember the Pixar Place Hotel?
Oh, the Pixar Place Hotel.
Nice. You'll have Joe Gardner down there in the lobby playing the piano and lots of characters. And one of the restaurants I've never gotten to eat at yet is Great Maple there in your hotel. That's supposed to be super good. Wow. I'll be fun.
We're super excited. We've never been there.
Oh my gosh,
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Disney World, but we've never been to Disneyland.
They're so
and
different.
We've been to Disney Springs.
Yeah, and they have something kind of like Disney Springs, downtown Disney, but it kind of connects. So you'll walk through it when you go back to your hotel, and it's got like a little confectionery. It's got a World of Disney. It's got a Splitsville. It's got a Salt and Straw, which is an ice cream place. It's got amazing cones. It's got a pizza place. I mean, it's a great place. Yeah, you're gonna have so much fun. It's got a Earl sandwich, which I like. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you. Disneyland is great because it doesn't have like the oppressive humidity of Florida. It's just comfortable when you're out there, and plus you're not walking a million miles. Everything's just closer. It's like a world, but easier. It's so fun. You're gonna love it. But Fantasyland is where I go first.
We're super, super excited.
I'm excited for you. I mean, the first time, I'm telling you, I didn't get to go until 2022. And that first time I went to Disneyland, I was like, God, why did I wait 20 years to do this? I was like kicking myself. It was terrible. But now I can't get enough. I'd get on a plane tomorrow if I could. But you got to work to be able to afford it. But that's how life should be. It makes you appreciate it every time. But man, I love it.
Absolutely. Well, we're super excited, and we were happy to catch you live so we could ask our questions. And we're excited to see what your other hosts think of their favorite or ideal Disney Cruise Line theme or restaurant would be. So we will tune in for more to listen to that in the future.
We will get them on. So you guys take care, and you guys have a great week, and I appreciate it. Have a nice spring.
Thank you.
All
you
right.
too.
Thanks for the call. Good talking to y'all. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. 407-413-9395. 407-413-9395. What a great call. I love when families call together. That makes my night. That's super cool. And I love that creativity in the question there. How about that? An Allison restaurant lounge or restaurant there with the spinning tables and cups and all that. That's pretty cool. Malcolm says he is flying out to Walt Disney World on the 16th of April to see Olivia, who's his daughter, who's currently in the the cultural exchange program in the UK pavilion. We're super proud of his daughter, Olivia, over at Walt Disney World. And I know that Malcolm is too. And I'm excited they're going to get to hang out together. That is super awesome. So safe travels over, and tell Olivia we said hello. Let's see here. Odessa West, as we're waiting for our next call. Please call in so that I don't have to talk here for the next hour. Tell us about your stressful situations at world or at land or on the cruise line. Have you ever almost missed the boat? That'd be stressful. Or what would you add to your Masters Walt Disney World Champions Dinner? Oh, and Rory just won the tournament apparently because he looks super happy and crying. Okay. So Odessa West over on Instagram says, most stressful Disney experience, dropping my wallet down the elevator shaft of the Boardwalk Hotel as I'm headed to my rehearsal dinner at the Edison the night before our Disney wedding at Epcot. Okay. You win. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Odessa West, dropping my wallet down the elevator shaft of the Boardwalk Hotel, headed to rehearsal dinner at the Edison. Oh my. Oh man. Oh, that's not good. Yes, that would work. All right, Max, one of our great agents over at the Magic for Less is also over on Instagram as well. Here is his Walt Disney World Masters Dinner, all from the Magic Kingdom. His appetizer, a Mickey pretzel. His main course would be a spicy chicken waffle sandwich from Sleepy Hollow, palate cleanser, a Dole Whip, and his dessert, Mickey bars. Simple, but awesome. I'm in for that. I'm in for that. Even though, here's the thing. Do I lose my Disney fan card? I'm not a big Dole Whip guy. I'm more of an ice cream guy. I mean, I can eat a Dole Whip here and there, like especially if it's like July and it's super hot, because they are kind of like refreshing. They're fine. But whenever people talk about Dole Whips, I'd much rather just walk over to the plaza and get me an All-American sundae. I need something more rich. I'm just an ice cream guy. I don't know. I know Dole Whips are fine. I will eat a Dole Whip. I prefer a Dole Whip float, to be honest, because it's more refreshing, gives you like something to drink. But my druthers, 9 times out of 10, give me an ice cream. That's just me. All right, 407-413-9395. Craig says on Facebook, he's joining us, stressing out for my first trip to Alani in 2 months. Well, Scott, I wish he was here because he just got back from Alani. I think it'll be fine. Oh, and for our Alani fans, and I mean, I don't watch American Idol a whole lot, but if you want a little taste of Alani, I did see all week this past week, or at least over the weekend, that American Idol, I guess this week, is going to be from Alani. So if you want to watch American Idol, their show is recorded from Alani. And I think Jelly Roll is one of the judges or coaches. I haven't watched that in years, but he's going to be on the show. I do like Jelly Roll's music. That dude can sing. He's got it. All right, 407-413-9395. We do have some news down at Walt Disney World at the Magic Kingdom too that I saw today, is that, guess what? It's that time. The Easter Bunny and Mrs. Easter Bunny are meeting and greeting at the Magic Kingdom. That's right. It's that time of the year. For the next week until next Sunday, which is Easter Sunday, they are meeting and greeting in that gazebo behind Ye Olde Christmas Shop. I believe it's from about 9 to 3:30, kind of intermittently because, they got to go hide the eggs here and there, but they have their spring Easter attire on, the pastels, and you can get your picture taken with the Easter Bunny. So there you go. And I think it said that you can even check the times in the My Disney Experience app. So check that out if you will. All right, we have our next call. Thanks for saving me. Hey, who's joining us?
Mike?
Yes. Who's this?
Hey, it's Jen and Len from Maryland.
Jen and oh my gosh, you guys are on vacation. What's going on?
We are outside Cinderella's castle with a carousel.
Oh my goodness. Well, hey, the picture, a couple pictures Len sent me this morning made my Sunday morning amazing. And
awesome.
Thanks for checking in real quick. So how are things tonight from the Magic Kingdom?
Beautiful. A surprisingly small crowd, she says, hoping that no one will know and show up tomorrow.
Yeah, don't say it too loud or else everybody will go whoosh. Yeah, so real quick.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we literally walked on Small World just now.
Oh my gosh. How's the
Yeah.
weather? Is the weather nice? Is it too hot or?
Yes. No, it's been gorgeous. Today was in the mid upper 70s.
Oh,
And
stop.
not a
Stop.
cloud in the sky.
It's warmer than
When
that
we
here
left-
in Missouri. It's 84.
Oh, when we left Baltimore on Friday, it was a cold, wet rain with a high of 45. So it was wonderful to show up in Florida.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? They got the memo. I said, Len and Jen, besides, having a great vacation, I got to get them some good weather while they're down there. So hey, the memo got through. There we go.
Thanks so much.
Hey, no, because everybody's gonna be coming after me like, Mike, you got me a hurricane. What's going on?
I spent all your good luck on Len and Jen.
Exactly. Like, Mike, you ordered a hurricane in September. No, I didn't. I can't control the weather, just like Disney. So what's been a highlight so far? Tell us about it. What we've been doing.
Well, oddly enough, the grandkids' favorite ride is the Skyliner.
Hey, I love that. Your grandkids are awesome. Kind of like me. That's me too.
Yeah, and staying at the Rib, we've been on the Skyliner a few times, needless to say. So they're having a great time. Yeah.
And short lines. I mean, that's better that than like Rise of the Resistance.
Oh, for real. So yeah, no, it's been absolutely wonderful, and the Rib is gorgeous. So it's our first time to be staying there.
Nice. So it's working out pretty well.
Yeah. But the one thing that, as you know, Len and I normally do is we make ADRs at, the table service restaurants because of my dietary restrictions. But with the grandkids, they wanted to just do counter service for speed and everything. And I have been amazed that most everywhere I've gone counter service, I've asked for a chef and they've been able to make something for me.
That's so good.
I'm pleasantly surprised with that.
What's the best place you've had a meal so far?
We were at Opera House this morning for the Princess Breakfast, and they had some really good breakfast foods there.
They do, and I loved how Len said, I think it was your grandson that was like, kind of not expecting Ariel to not be exactly looking like the animated character when she came around. That was too cute. That made my morning.
Characters kind of like creeped him out a little bit, but we have had some.
Oh no! Hope we didn't lose Jen.
And left Len and the kids out in the shade at the curb. And when I came out, they were gone, and Tiana was standing there taking pictures. And so, because Len and the kids had been in their photo spot, they got the first picture with Tiana.
Oh my gosh! Nice. Yeah, and you just got to capture, like I told Len in that email, just soak it all, make all the memories, and get all the pictures and all the videos because, like today is a beautiful day in April, but you guys are going to be back in Maryland, and these things are going to be the things that sustain you next winter when it's, November and it's sleeting and cold. And these will pop up on a digital frame or on your phone, like 7 months ago. Like, oh my gosh, that was the best.
Right.
So take all the pictures.
I remember that. That was so wonderful.
Exactly. Because these are the best. Because, this is why we work so hard every day is to be able to have these wonderful days with our families and then to be able to capture the memories that'll live in our hearts and, on our phones. More in our hearts. Thank God
for digital pictures.
Exactly. I mean, that's why I got the digital frame in the studio here. Like I told Len, I put it up there because, it's my friend. I don't get to see my friend. The podcast is a blessing because I've made friends from all over the world, literally all over the planet. But the curse is I don't get to see everybody or meet everybody in person. But, all day when I'm working here doing the shows, I see smiling faces on my digital frame and it just makes me happy. And that's just, that's a blessing.
Yeah, we were just we went to Belle's Enchanted Tales, and oddly enough, little 5-foot me was picked to be a knight.
Joy, you're part of the club. You're in.
Yeah, and then my grandson Oliver was one of the dancing plates, and then afterwards they were doing all the pictures with Belle, and all the kids, whether they were in the show or not, get to come up. And so I've got these beautiful pictures of Owen and Eliza with Belle. They are absolutely perfect.
Oh, I love that. Is such an underrated little attraction. I mean, it's like it's hidden in plain sight. Everybody walks right past it and nobody even sees it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Great little thing.
So we are having an awesome time. So thank you for setting it up for us.
Well, thank you for allowing us. That's how we get to be able to do the show. That without your support, we couldn't do this podcast. And this is my favorite thing in the world to do this. I sure appreciate it. Well, hey, okay, I don't want to keep you from the family. I don't want to keep you from the family, but tell Len I said hello and just love on those grandkids and the family. I'm glad you're having a great time.
Okay. Thanks, Mike.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's Len and Jen from Maryland. You see Len all the time in the chat there, and they're live from the Magic Kingdom and having the best time with the grandkids. And telling you what, man, those are the best days of. That's why you work hard every day, is to be able to make memories like that at Walt Disney World. I'm so happy for them. And they're at the Riv, having a great time. How cool is that? So happy for them. They had breakfast this morning at Akershus, and he sent me a picture as I was getting up this morning and just, get in. I get up in the morning, and the first thing I do is check my emails, see what's going on, help my guests. And Len dropped me an email with his grandson. Ariel's coming to the table, and he told me, he's like, my grandson wasn't real sure about this character meal because he expected Ariel to look like the animated Ariel that he sees in the movie. And when she came to the table, it was a real person. So he was a little taken aback, but what are you going to do? It's fine. When they get older, he'll like Ariel. I promise you. Anyway, 407-413-9395, 407-413-9395. We got the phone lines wide open. Usually we get a ton of calls in the last 10 minutes of the show, but right now is the time to call because you'll get right in. We could talk Disney. We could do a mini trip report. We could talk about your stressful situations on a Disney cruise, at Disneyland, during a Run Disney event, Walt Disney World. Anytime. Have you ever been stressed in like the pre-trip times? Like, well, how about, anybody that runs Run Disney races, I would say the most stressful part of a Run Disney experience is the registration day. When you're trying to get into a race, I'm already getting nervous about signing up for Disneyland Half Marathon in a couple of weeks. Oh my gosh, I don't want to do that. All right, we have our next call. Hey, who's joining us?
Hi, Mike. This is Sarah from Wisconsin.
Sarah, thanks for calling in and helping me out tonight. How are things up in Wisconsin this evening?
Not too bad. Getting a little bit warmer. So, that nice Midwestern, we're almost getting to springtime. So it's great.
That's great. When's the last time you had Culver's?
Like 3 weeks ago. Not too bad.
That was 3 weeks ago. You could get kicked out of the state.
True. I had cheese curd somewhere also a couple last weekend, so we're still good on that.
Okay, you're good. We'll let you stay. All right. So what's going on? What you got on your mind?
Just wanted to call and give you a little pre-trip report. We're heading down in 10 days. We're doing a stay at the yacht club for 2 nights right before our 7-night cruise on the Treasure.
Man, you're doing it right. I want to go.
We're doing it big, and we're doing it a big family trip. So there's like 16 of us going. So it'll be a nice, long and fun trip.
Okay, so let me just kind of hit you up like I do on the Monday shows real quick, because we're not going to do a full blown show. But how did this come together? Like this, because this is like a big group trip, and you're doing a 7-night cruise, and we'll stay at Yacht Club. Like, I just like the genesis of a trip. Like, was this like a Thanksgiving, or like when did this like ball start rolling for everybody?
So actually about 1.5 years ago. So I wanted to do something big and fun for my 40th birthday party. And I decided that the Disney trip was the way to go. So we had originally planned it for actually over Thanksgiving week to, give people time off and everything. But I decided that to move it a little bit out to give people more time to kind of plan stuff. So we ended up getting more people coming that way. So yeah, it just kind of went from there.
Nice. And the more, I've always said this with a cruise, the more people you can get to go on a cruise, the more fun it is, because cruises lend themselves to like group events so well. Because like when you go to shows at night and dinners and tastings, they're all more fun with your friends. And you just, it's so relaxed because nobody has anything to do. Nobody has to work. Nobody has to drive. Nobody has to be anywhere. You just get to hang out, all the time. They're amazing. Yeah. They're amazing. Cruises are just so amazing for groups, friends and family. I love them.
Absolutely. And this one's, it's a bunch of friends. And then my family, like my parents and my 2 brothers and friends of theirs are going. And then some other couples that we cruised with before are coming. So just a nice big group, and we'll have a lot of fun with it.
So what are you looking forward to the most about the treasure as far as the ship?
Oh my gosh, probably the Haunted Mansion bar. I mean,
It's pretty sweet.
can't go wrong with that, right?
Make sure you get one of those dudes and point to the little, he's the hitch, what's the Hatbox Ghost little guy? He comes with the soda. I think he comes with the soda bottle. Did he come with the soda bottle? I think he did. It's a pretty good bargain. He was only like $25. You can get him out at Disneyland too now, but he's pretty cool. Make sure you go to him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty neat. And also, I mean, I'm not a big drinker, but the what was it called? It was like it tasted just like a margarita. It was the it came in a box. Oh my gosh, it had a name.
Oh,
it smokes.
I know what you're talking about.
It's a line from the Haunted Mansion. It's oh my gosh, it's the what am I drawing a blank? It's
a death certificate with that one, right? Is that what you're talking about?
You get this card here with it. I got this card here. You get like a playing card with the drink, which is right. It's called the. Oh man, it's a line from the Haunted Mansion that they say all the time. Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion. It's the Chilling Challenge. No, it's. I think it's the Chilling Challenge or some form of that. It's a good drink, and it was because they bring it out in like a smoking box and they open it up and it smokes. I mean, it's not very big, but it's all about the show. It's all for the great. So I'm just saying, if you order it, have your phone ready to shoot a video when they bring it to you because it's kind of cool looking. You want to get the whole experience,
right?
Yeah, but that Haunted Mansion place is really sweet. It's fun, and also Periscope Pub is pretty neat too. I think Periscope Pub's underrated.
Did you end up going there on the your preview cruise? I forgot if you said that you did or not.
Oh yeah, I went to the Periscope Pub a few times. Like I went in there when it was like all like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea with the sharks and stuff swimming around. And then I went that night and it was because there were football. It was Thursday night football and it was just all TVs, like a sports bar. It was awesome.
Ah, right. Okay. Nice.
Yep. It's a cool place.
I don't think there's going to be much sports on. Well, we leave in 2 weeks, so maybe baseball.
Yeah, there'll be baseball. There's always like soccer, international because with the cruise you're in international waters. They might have cricket on, stuff like that. It's a lot of international sports. F1 maybe on Sundays.
Well, I'll probably spend a lot of time in there then. I like sitting and watching sports games. I've actually gone to a Cubs game already this year and looking to go to a Brewers game in a couple of weeks. So
like it. Yeah. It's fun because I like Scott and I have said this like one time on the Dream because like when you're in international waters, sometimes they show like international ESPN channels that we never see in the States. We watched a power walking competition one time in 687 on the Dream, which is the sports bar on the Dream. And we got into it, but it was coming out of like, I don't even know where it was coming out of some station in like Central America. And we're like, are we watching a power walking race? We're like, we're getting into it. We're like, that dude just broke stride. He should be disqualified. I'm like, I've never watched power walking in my life. This is the craziest thing ever. But we were in like, we watched cricket another day, but it's fun because, there are other people in there that were from those countries that are cricket fans and they were explaining the rules to cricket to us. And, it's a great bonding experience. Like, and then I came home and watched cricket for about, 15 minutes and then started watching baseball again. I was like, I'm going to start watching cricket. And then I never did, I did for a few minutes. I should have. It was neat though. Yeah. But so, what restaurant are you looking forward to the most? Are you going to is it Coco or any others?
So this is actually kind of funny. I am actually looking forward to 1923 the most because the last cruise that we went on, we did one of the adult dinings that night instead of 1923. So I haven't been there yet. So I'm looking forward to that.
That's a good call because 1923 is probably it is the best restaurant on the Wish. And so, yeah, you missed a really good meal. 1923 is solid. You'll love it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, our table people did us a solid and actually brought us food from 1923 that restaurant the night we were in, the Marvel one, because we weren't really excited about their menu. So we requested if they could bring food from 1923. So we did get to try it. But I mean, just the ambiance on it, I'm looking forward to.
You know, what's funny is 1923 probably has the most like nods to true Disney fans is anything. And the Treasure, kind of the whole ship is nods to Disney fans, like especially like the artwork in the stairwells and in the hallways, stuff like that. But it's, you know, the Treasure is built for the theme park fan. I mean, you're going to see so much theme park stuff and, you know, like really deep, you know, dives into stuff. And I mean, if you're any kind of like, you know, person who likes to see sketches of concept art and stuff like, you're just like, whoa, this is cool. And it's hanging in the, you know, between like decks 8 and 9. And it's just so, you know, because you might not have a reason to be like in the aft stairwell between decks 4 and 5, you know, because maybe it's just 2 passenger decks. But take the time to maybe on a 7-night cruise, just wander around one night and check them out, because it could be something you totally miss, but there's great artwork everywhere. It's, you know, I only did 3 nights on it and I missed a lot. Yeah. It's such a great ship.
Did you, so I know there's tours of the ship. How do you get onto one of those where it's like the walking tours of the ship? Have you done one of those?
I have on other ships. I think it's on the app. And they have limited capacity. So I think what I would do is, to be sure, is maybe go to guest services when you board the ship and ask them how they're doing it for that cruise, because with the ship being new, it's going to be pretty popular. But I believe it is on the app, and you can see like when it's offered throughout your cruise. And but yeah, we've had guests do it and they say they love it, especially on the Treasure, because obviously our fan, you know, the people who book through me are big Disney huge Disney fans because they're podcast fans. And but they do that and they say, oh my gosh, it's great, because they, you know, they give you the nuggets of, you know, why they did this way and why the perspective is this way and why the colors are this way. And, you know, this means it's aft, this means it's you know, this means it's port, this means it's starboard, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, because like with a 7-night cruise, that's the jam, right? When you have a 3 or 4 night cruise, it's harder to kind of justify the time for that stuff. But 7 nights, you got plenty of time. That's a great thing.
Right. We did a 4-night on the Wish, and I just felt like that was too short. We didn't have enough time to do everything that we wanted to do.
Are you guys doing Eastern or Western?
Eastern, St. Thomas, Tortola, Castaway Key.
And you get those 3 sea days. Because sea days are my favorite. Oh, so good.
I know. I'm so looking forward to it, and it starts off that way.
Yeah, no, that's the best. I know, because we did that last summer or two summers ago, and it was like, man, we got on the ship on a Saturday. We didn't even like hit land until Tuesday. I was like, this is the best. I was like, I could stay on the ship for like, I'm made for like a transatlantic or like a Panama Canal cruise, because I'm fine to never see land for like a long time. Like I just want to disconnect and just be, you know, on the ship and having fun. I'm cool. Like, I mean, nothing wrong with like St. Thomas was awesome. Tortola was awesome. Castaway Key was awesome. Had a great time.
Yeah.
But I'm a ship guy. Like I love the ship and the activities and stuff.
I know. I'm so looking forward to it. It's been a long time coming. So we're going to have a good time, and I can't wait for it. And yeah, I mean, the free cruise resort's going to be awesome. So our first time staying there and first time staying club level. So we're really going all out for this trip. So
no doubt. Yep. I stayed one night at club level at Beach Club, and that was like the coolest thing ever. That was definitely, I felt kind of out of my league. I felt like a rock star for one night. I was like, this is pretty sweet. With the little, you know, you got to go in and have your beverages and your little snacks and your cordials at night and all that stuff. That was definitely kind of a surreal experience, because I don't, you know, I'm normally kind of a Pop Century, maybe Coronado Springs guy. That's fun. And everybody should do that every once in a while. I appreciate it.
You go and hopefully let some more people in. You got a couple of minutes left, so have a wonderful rest of your Sunday night. You
too, and have a great spring. Happy Easter up there, and hope the warm weather makes it up Wisconsin way.
Yes, thank you. You too.
All right, thanks for calling. I appreciate you. Take care. Bye-bye. All righty, 407-413-9395. That's 407-413-9395. We have about enough time to squeeze in one more call. There's nothing like a group cruise, I'm telling you. And I mean, like a 7-night cruise to the Eastern Caribbean, especially that Eastern with the 3 sea days, because you have time where everybody's going to be on the ship together. On that Eastern run, you get on the ship around noon on Saturday and you don't get to your first port of call, which is going to be St. Thomas, until Tuesday. So think about that. You get on Saturday, you have nothing to do until Tuesday except explore the ship, go to shows, tastings, dinners, snacking, swimming, spa appointments, adult, hypnotist shows, stuff like that. I mean, it is the best. I mean, just chilling. It is the greatest. You're not in a hurry. You can explore the ship for like 2.5 days and just, it immediately makes you relax, because you're not like, okay, in the morning, we're going to be getting off the ship to do this. No. You're not getting there till Tuesday. It's Saturday afternoon when you get on the ship. You have a whole lot of time. That's why I love that run with the sea days built in right on the front end. Because I did that for the first time in July of 23. And I was like, how's it going to be? Because they front loaded the sea days because you got to get all the way down to St. Thomas. It was a great experience. Because once you get to know the ship, then it's like, it's automatically like home real quick. You can find your way around, like, oh, I want to go to O'Gill's, or I want to go to, what have you, this restaurant, or the, Festival of Foods. I want to go grab a taco. And you kind of know the hours and the layout of the place, and kind of the staff too, the cruise director's staff. You get to, build relationships with them each evening in the adult areas, and the kids get to know the counselors, the kids clubs. It's a great way to go. If you can do that, those 7-night cruises. I know they're more expensive and it takes a lot of time off of work, that's kind of thing, but man, that is the ultimate relaxation. That's kind of the splurge. And, you can't do them every year, but if you can, every once in a while, they're fun. All right, let's go a couple more minutes and then we'll wrap things up at 407-413-9395, 407-413-9395. Looking for stressful situations on a Disney vacation. When were you under the pressure cooker where you had the sweat pouring down, like, oh my gosh, am I going to make it through? Is Mike going to make it through his marathon? Is Mike going to get his family inside Cinderella's royal table? Or are they just going to have to stay outside the touch points and just leave the Magic Kingdom and go down the street and have, instead of Cinderella's royal table, they're going to have Waffle House on I-4. It could have happened. It was close. It was touch and go for a few minutes. But we made it happen. We added a day to our tickets. Also, what would you add to your Masters Champion Dinner at Walt Disney World? Appetizers, first courses, entrees, and desserts. We could do that. But if not, we can just wrap this thing up and call it a week. But we're going to have shows this week on the feed, and Scott's going to be joining me, and we'll be talking Disney. Pam is out this week. I think Ricky's going to join us as well. So we'll be talking Disney, of course, answering your questions on Wednesday. Don't forget your questions. If you ever have a question for the show and you can't join us as we record live, just drop it in the email. That's the easiest way to get a question on the show. To send that question to mike@beourguestpodcast.com. Put listener question in the header, and we put that right into the folder there for the live listener question shows, and we'll answer that for you right away on the next podcast. So again, mike@beourguestpodcast.com, and be a part of the next listener question show. All right. Well, we are going to get out of here, but I want to remind everybody to join us in the Be Our Guest Podcast Clubhouse. That is our Discord server. That is where we all hang out 24/7. Now, speaking of listener questions, if you ever have a question about a Disney destination, it's like a listener question show that just goes 24/7. If you have a question and you ask it over in the Clubhouse, over in the Discord server, you're going to get an answer, and multiple answers, probably within 10-15 minutes. I mean, people hang out in there all the time. And if you ask a question, you're going to get multiple answers right away. Within the hour, you're going to have multiple answers. So that's a good resource for the Discord channel, but also it's just hanging out. We talked about the Masters in real time about that, all sporting events. We have a Sports Center channel. We have a channel for the resorts, the theme parks, the cruise line, Disneyland, international Disney parks. We have a living room channel where we just talk about life. We have a great time. We get to know each other. It's just a place where we can all hang out. I kind of call it like our Cheers. It's like our corner pub where members of the podcast community, we have about 1,300 of us that hang out there pretty regularly. And we just have a good time. And it's totally free. You don't have to be a patron. You don't have to do anything like that. It's absolutely free for everybody. So just come on over and hang out with us. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. I'd love to see you over there this week. Don't forget, our shows are always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, even Adventures by Disney vacation. Best part about that is it costs you nothing extra. And every time you book a trip with us, it supports our podcast. That's how we pay the bills. And you get first-class concierge level service, and it supports the podcast at the same time. So it's kind of a win-win. And we'd really appreciate that. So the next time you're looking to go to the Disney destination, just please click through or just go to themagicforless.com, fill out the quote form, and let them know you heard about it here on the Be Our Guest podcast. Also, please use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. That gives us a small commission on any purchases you make over there. And you can become a patron of the show. That really does help us out. It's patreon.com/Be Our Guest podcast. $5 a month is all it costs over there. It's a cup of coffee a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show every week. It's called Mike in the Midwest. So we'd love to have you again, patreon.com/Be Our Guest podcast. Give me a follow on the social media, Be Our Guest Mike on X, Instagram, and Threads. We'd love to talk to you over there as well. All right, we're going to have a big week this week and hope you can join us again. We're recording on Tuesday this week, not Monday. We'll have the shows Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This will replay on Thursday. So nothing changes there. But I just want to tell you guys, thank you for being a part of our podcast family. I love doing these shows. We've been doing these shows since March of 2008. And again, really one of the highlights of my week every single week. I love being a dad, love being a husband, just love being a podcaster. I mean, this is one of those things that came about in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. And I thought that's kind of a cool thing to do. I'd like to give that a try. And here I am in 2025, and it's just as much fun. And I've made the best friends all around the world because of this. And I never want it to end. I love doing this. And it's because of your support, your friendship. And I hope you guys always enjoy listening to the shows. Hope we always give you a quality listen every time. So thanks for being there. All right, we're going to be back again on Monday. We got a great trip report coming your way here in just a couple hours for those people that are listening live around the world. And if you're listening on Thursday, hey, you've almost made it to Friday. So for Scott, Ricky, and Pam, I'm Mike, wishing you a great Sunday night or a great Thursday. You guys stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. Thank you, Carolyn. Appreciate you very much out there, out west. Ooh, man, it's a lot of talking. Let me wet my whistle. Do, 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 do. Let me do this real quick. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Happy Thursday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. The following is the live call-in show from this past Sunday night. It was Sunday. Screwed that up. Happy Thursday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. Today, we've got the replay from Sunday night's live call-in show. That was Sunday night, April 13th, 2025. During this show, we talked about pressure situations where if you ever been in a Disney location where the pressure has been on, I talked about a couple of times where I couldn't get into the Magic Kingdom, yet I had a reservation for Cinderella's Royal Table and my first marathon experience. And man, I was stressed out. Also, we talked about additional items to add to your Walt Disney World Masters Dinner celebration. Great calls about upcoming trips on Disney cruises, club level experiences. Also heading out to Disneyland for the first time. So some awesome calls during the show as well. So hope you enjoy some fun Disney talk over the next 50 minutes. Don't forget, today's show always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. There's also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click supports everything we do throughout the year. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You guys are our all-stars. You make this show possible. you can support us as well. It's just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/Be Our Guest Podcast. All right, guys. I will see you later. Have a good one. We'll catch you on Tuesday.